and welcome back for my final project for 2021. Today I am using some Christmas dies and stamps to create a Valentine's card. Please don't put away your Christmas products. You can certainly use them throughout the year. Here I'm using the boy and girl from the Joy to the World. This is a Valentine release from Fawn. It's called Scent with Love. I'll be using the strawberry, the balloon, and the Happy Valentine Day sentiment. I have a die for this that I'll show you in just a minute. This is called the Window Scene Winter. And then, of course, I have this die set also from the Christmas release. I will have all of the products that I've used linked in the description box below. From the November box of the month in the Not Too Shabby shop, I'm showing you that this Gingerbread Kisses has the gingerbread men on top, but the B side of the paper is perfect year round. Don't put that paper pad away. There are tons of ways that you can use those throughout the year. I've already cut out the couch using the die, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. This paper did come from the Gingerbread Kisses paper pad, and I'm using some Coral Cabana from Catherine Pooler. I find that the surface on the paper is a little bit slick, and so I do use my Catherine Pooler inks with some clear embossing powder to lock that color in, but I did want to get the detail of that couch. I'm going to stamp the background scene from the Window Scene Winter. This is what the boy and the girl are going to be looking out through their window. And I'm using some Raven ink from Brutus Monroe and stamping that onto some white accent opaque paper. This is Copic friendly paper. I just found a scrap piece that would fit perfectly inside my window. I noticed that the skies are a little bit different between the southern and northern skies in the wintertime. And in the northern skies, I had some beautiful purple, pink kind of sunsets, and I wanted to emulate that for this card. I do have the caps up on screen, so I started with a V15, and then I blended over that with a V12 and went up a little bit more. I blended over the V12 with the V1 and added that a little higher to bring in that blue. I'm using a BV20, I believe, and then I'm going to add a second BV marker, which is going to be a BV23, and then I'll blend over those lines again and go back over the top with the BV20. And I love the way that this sky turned out. I want you to take a look at it right now, and you're going to see that once it dries and blends on the paper, once I start working more towards when I start working on the snow bank, you're really going to see how much this dried back and how beautiful it actually blended together. For the sky, I'm going to use my Jelly Roll pen. So I have a white Jelly Roll pen, and I'm going to add some snow and some stars to the background because it is going to be a blustery night. I decided for this card that I was going to let the scene do the talking on the front of the card. I decided to put my sentiment in the inside of the card and to leave the outside without a sentiment. There certainly are smaller sentiments that you could use from the Scent with Love from Lawn Fawn. That one has some smaller sentiments that you could have added to the balloon, but I wanted this cute little scene just to kind of take over the front of my card and leave the sentiment for the inside. Once I finish with these dots, I'm going to move on to my birch trees. I start with the C2 marker, which is a little bit lighter than what I was liking. I wanted a little bit more contrast between the background sky and the birch trees, and so I do set that C2 aside, and right here I'm going to bring in a C4 marker. I'm going to go over those lines, and then I'm going to add a little bit to the shadowing on the right side of the tree, and then I'll blend that out with my C2 marker, and finally I'll finish that off with the C0. Because I did color the sky in more of purple tones, typically I do my snow with a blue marker, but the reflection is going to show purple because the sky is purple. So I use that B60 marker and then I blended out the edge with my colorless blender. I'm going to add this to the back side of my window, and then we're going to move on to decorating that window. I cut out the curtains using the Gingerbread Kisses paper. I used a chevron pattern, and so I've cut those out, and I'm going to use my Gina K Designs Connect glue. And here's where I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to glue on the front side of that chevron right here. No, wrong side. Thankfully, it cleaned off the paper nicely. I didn't have to cut another piece. So I'm going to add the glue to the back side, and I'm going to flank the left and right side of the window with those curtains. There is a valance that you can use with this, but I felt like the valance was covering up the night scene that I wanted in that window, and so I decided to leave the valance off. I colored up the curtain rod using a Y28, which is a gold marker. That's a Copic marker. I'm going to tuck it underneath my curtains, and I trimmed off the end. And then we're going to glue this down to that red polka dot pattern paper, again from the Gingerbread Kisses paper pad. That paper is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. My finished card is going to be an A2 size card. It's going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So it is cut slightly smaller than my top folding card base. There's where I was talking about I could have added that couch a little bit higher to add my sentiment to the front of the card, but I chose not to do that. You'll notice that I have a layer with the curtains, I have a layer with the couch. So the top of the head on the left side of the boy and the right side of the girl is not glued down flat. I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape to the back to remedy that. But first I'm going to give them their strawberries so they can share a romantic evening on the couch. There's the cute balloon that he gave to his girlfriend. You'll notice that I did use my white gel pen to add some accents to the balloon, the strawberries, and to the boy and the girl. I'm going to glue this onto that top folding card panel, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the inside. The sentiment comes again from the Scent with Love add-on. It says Happy Valentine's Day. There is also some hearts that are stamps that you can use, and I chose to flank the left and the right of my sentiment with those hearts. I stamped using that same Coral Cabana ink to keep that continuity of color, and that is going to finish off my card for today. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I want to wish you all a very Happy New Year. I'm excited to say that I am coming back for the 2022 Winter Spring Design Team for the Not Too Shabby Shop. We will be posting the Box of the Month video starting January 1st. So I hope that you'll stop back here on the 1st at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to hop along with us. And I hope that you have a beautiful year next year, full of lots of love and full of good health. Thank you so much for watching me this year and supporting my channel. If you liked my video, please make sure to give that a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.